can feel the wind between the clouds touching.
I feel so lucky and excited. I mean, Venice Film Festival is historically just one of the most amazing film festivals, and I'm obviously always such a huge fan of their programming. And also Renata, who's one of the people who works at Venice Days, which is the section I'm in, we've been in touch for many years. I've always wanted to play, and she's been so supportive of my work, but not able to find a place for it until this year, so it's very exciting to finally get to meet her and to be here. And I was just walking around this morning and I kind of feel like I'm in a dream. It doesn't feel exactly real. It's beautiful, and everyone's so nice. Well, usually when I decide to make a movie, it's because I'm experiencing some sort of negative feeling, jealousy, competition, feelings of insecurity, and then I start talking to other women and realize that they're feeling similarly. You know, they might feel like they don't fit into the typical idea of what a woman's supposed to be, and I realize that we all are sharing a similar feeling, but everyone's a little too embarrassed or ashamed to talk about it openly. And so, for me, making a movie is a way of opening up the dialogue so that other people can say, oh, I feel that way too, and now I feel less alone. Some of the things are subconscious, some of the influences are subconscious, and I don't realize that until critics pointed out or people who've seen the movie pointed out, but there were definitely a few very conscious references that I wanted to play with, and I showed my cinematographer movies and said I wanted to look like this, or I played music for my composer and I said I wanted it to sound like this. And when people started talking about Hitchcock, I obviously have seen every Hitchcock movie, but I wasn't thinking about him. I didn't show my DP any of his work, but definitely there's Hitchcock. And then Brian De Palma was someone that people were talking about, or comparing the movie to in reviews that I read. And, I hadn't been thinking about him. I'm not very familiar with his work, but my husband who wrote the script said he was thinking a lot about Brian De Palma when he was writing it, so they saw that influence. It's so interesting. I started out wanting to act, and now that I've directed 2 features, I've found that I definitely prefer directing. It feels like I'm more in control when I'm a director. I love acting so much and I would like to keep doing it, but the day-to-day life of an actor feels so out of control. You're relying on so many other people to say yes in order to work and express yourself. So much of, especially for women, I think is focused on appearance, which is an issue I explore in the movie, just feeling like you have to be beautiful or thin or young, and I didn't like that pressure. I found it made me very self-conscious and self-absorbed, and it became less about communicating something with other people and more about like getting stuff for myself. And I also learned from making Wishline that I don't like doing both at the same time. It's so much easier to just direct and not act in something. I think that right now with independent film there's some really amazing stories being told. I think that especially like versus Hollywood, compared to Hollywood, independent film gives more space for dynamic, flawed, real characters.
You don't have to follow a trend.
You don't follow a trend. You can make a movie where people, like, I think a lot of bigger movies, people always talk about like, is the character likable? You know, and that I don't think that's true in independent film. I feel like for a while independent films were trying to be more like Hollywood movies and be like comedies that everyone went to see and made everyone feel good, but now I feel especially that because it's not as expensive to make movies, people are really taking chances with the form, and it's really exciting what's going on. And I don't think it's so bad to make a movie for a smaller audience. Like for me at least, I think if one person sees my movie and likes it and it really resonates with them, that's pretty good. The only advice I ever can give is a Jay-Z lyric. You know Jay-Z, the rapper?
Yeah.
He has a really good lyric. He who does not feel me is not real to me, therefore he doesn't exist. So poof, vamoose, son of a bitch. Which I just, anytime someone doesn't like what I